It's political, baby.
Yeah. Once again, it's on. It's your boy Reposado Well. I mean, if you haven't been tuned in, you should know by now, aka Fleon Sanders. It's fucking political. I brought the crew with me as usual. State your name, gangster.
You got Lenny G over here, aka Baby Boss, aka your fashion fairy godmother, aka Black in Fashion.
Okay.
You already know it's your boy Flatbush Founders. You know it's fucking political. 2021, we here.
Tony Dre, the author, the Nigradamus of the team. Oh, hold up. Get your favorite girl mad at me. Hate how I touched, how I speak on the mic. You know, number one. I gotta shout out that book. I'm the author.
That was definitely a remix.
Guaranteed. Dating is a Gamble on Amazon right now. Go cop that. I'm about to pass the ball off.
Yeah, so you got Hush, a.k.a. How You Stop Him, a.k.a. Voice of Reason, Anthony Davis, The Hakers. Voice of Reason, I say it twice on purpose.
Voice of Reason.
Yeah, I'm in here. I just want to say happy birthday in heaven to Meezy. You know, continue to sleep in peace. How y'all feeling, though? How y'all feeling? What's up?
I mean, it's a new day, man. It's 2021. We here. What's this, episode 12?
Mm-hmm.
And we live,
climbing the numbers.
Happy belated to the, homie Lenny G.
Lenny G, Young Chi-Town. Happy G-Day to you.
How was your B-Day?
That shit was lit, yo. I think that everybody should go on solo vacays at least once or twice every couple years. Like, it made me at peace. Rejuvenated. Okay. I just did what I wanted to do when I wanted to do it. Like, no itinerary, nothing. I just read. I did journaling. I meditated. I went fucking skinny dipping. I was just like, I should do it. I should just jump in the fucking water naked. Like,
so
where you went?
St. Lucia.
Okay.
And I went to extra mile. I got the presidential butler thing, so I could have my own butler and shit for the week. I was just like, yeah, I need this. Oh, I need this.
Okay.
So you're saying this is a trip? You're saying this is a trip that you should take regardless of your status?
Yeah, you should always take a solo trip because it's just like,
though. She was lit.
I was lit.
No. I just wanted to get this clear. No,
I was taking it when I was in a relationship too. This is what I'm saying.
I want them to know. Like, we're saying this worldwide, not for single people.
If you're
we're saying
single,
everybody.
In a relationship, in a situationship, I think that there's nothing like having that me time to yourself. And for me, my birthday at the beginning of the year, to me, is like that skinny dip was a rebirth dip. Like, I jumped in, I got baptized, I jumped back out. I don't know. I think that it's influential just to become peace in that one, which makes you better in a relationship sometimes because you get to, work out your own things. So it makes you an even better person in my eyes.
So basically that time alone helped you, I guess, get your affairs in order for yourself.
Yeah.
So every turn, that could potentially make you better to be with someone.
Yeah, reflect on, reflect on the past relationships,
sure.
What went wrong in them, I think I reached out to one person that I may have done wrong after reflecting. I was just like, damn, let me hit him up and be like, I'm sorry the way things ended between me and you. My apologies for my communication. So it took me being by myself and evaluating what happened and me just owning up to my part. So I only had to do this to one person. I only had to issue one apology. Like, my bad on that, but I wish you nothing but the best.
And that's good because it's like, our previous episode, that's what we was talking about. We were talking about reflecting and letting things go, and moving forward because, all those things affect how you move and affect your blessings and affect your path. So the more negative you can let go, it puts positive situations in your future though. So
and you can definitely of course you can sit in your house, but it's like escaping your initial surroundings, because you can always find time to be by yourself, but like, if you sit in the park by yourself, it's still people around. I was like, the resorts right there, they're not packed right now. I could actually be alone. And even going to the beach, it may be like 5 or 6 people on the other side. Like, it really was. Like, I sat in the water by myself. I went kayaking by myself. So I went into the middle of the ocean and I sat there for a second, just like alone, and I was just sitting there just looking up. Like, and I did it like around sunset, and I was just like sitting in the middle of the ocean by myself, like, I hope this fucking boat don't tip over. But you're just being present, like, in that moment, and it was nice. And I was just like, all right, I need to issue a couple apologies, and there's some things that I need to do better for myself. And so I brought 6 different journals with me: mindfulness, self-awareness, love and relationship, anxiety, resilience, and self-love. And I wrote in each one.
She on her different world shit. Bro.
You know what?
Whitney and all that.
Let's give it up for self-love, y'all.
Yeah, you know, I got my shit together, and I came back and I got on it. Like
That wasn't your first
No, that's
time.
my third one.
Right. So
Out the
was
country.
was this the most influential one of them all?
Yeah, because this one, the last one, I think in Paris, I mean, I was drinking wine and eating cheese and shit, and I wasn't really reflecting.
Right. That was like turn up.
Barbados, I did. Barbados was my first time, and I did. I read, I wrote, and I really, but I was drunk as hell. I didn't get that drunk in St. Lucia. Like I was drinking, but I wasn't drinking the way I was in Barbados. I was getting drunk every night, you know. So this one was the first time I had done something like that, and it was nice.
So we want to
Wow.
do the DC thing. Let's just get that out the way. Let's get the
January
DC shit
6th.
out the way.
It's the Kim Possible on the side of the wall for me.
Bottom line, your president got the goons to go run up on them. He tried to do it the do or die way. And that wasn't what it was. So that's it. Sorry, for the tragedy that happened. You're supposed to pay this man. Now they want to impeach him for a second time. I never knew no president to get impeached attempts
He's the first
twice
one.
in one term.
First one.
No, but twice in one term. Nobody's beating that record.
Nixon didn't get impeached for that Watergate shit.
But wasn't he president twice?
Nixon?
No.
He didn't get
Only
impeached?
once.
Oh.
But it was one.
He resigned.
Now,
Right.
this is the number one thing that you gotta remember. They trying to impeach him so he can't run again in the next 4 years. Because an impeachment process, it ain't no quick process. It take a little minute. So, at the end of the day, they probably not gonna get him, and let alone there's a lot of Democrats that even said, "Yo, it don't make no sense. He out of there in 7 days."
Right.
It's stupid to try to even do it. Now, the next thing is, this ain't nothing new. Like, if you really look on the wall in the rooms in the houses that they was in the main foray, I'm saying it right?
Foyer.
Foyer.
If you look on the
Foyer.
actual paintings, it's different wars that happened in the country already. Revolutions and all that stuff. So it's like, yo, this ain't nothing new. And these white boys and white girls ain't showing you nothing that they ain't already showed you already in the past. It's just the fact that now, it's not constitutional now because it's where it was done at. Because there's something in the Constitution saying that the people got a problem with how government is moving, they can overthrow government. But now, just because the fact that everybody feels that y'all wrong and he really did lose, now it's not the same thing. As far as the dudes that actually tore shit up, that's what the fuck happened. And these white boys and white girls done showed you, like, the Tiki Torch team, they showed you then.
They got a point.
What you think a lynch mob was?
Got a point. I ain't
Lynch
gonna hold
mob
you.
was just that. Now here goes the other thing with the officers. They knew that the shit was coming. Let alone, we got one black officer being a brave camper, and he looked like he couldn't hold it together for nothing.
He was trying to,
Dropping
That
the
was
baton,
for George Floyd.
And it's like, all right,
He was repping.
like it's already been proven that they let these people in. Whoever was like, yo, I'm trying to hold down the fort, they was like, yo, you gotta run. It's like 90 of them running through the hallway at one time. It's 2,000 behind that.
One got shot and died. It was a woman.
Yeah, one woman got shot and died.
So you
trying to
run
actually-
down and that's it.
But
I
see-
mean, I'm not saying I want to see death, but
a
real rundown.
She was trying to climb in through that last stronghold because that is the actual hallway before they cut underneath the buildings to escape. So of course you know that the secret agents, they gonna do what they got to do in that moment. Let alone there were secret agents in the hallway telling them, chill out, don't do it. Boom. Those ones back there are the ones that's about that life. And the crazy thing is, it's still like, that's what you're supposed to do. I'm supposed to murder y'all. I'm supposed to kill y'all flat out. This is my job. And now they saying they even want to investigate to see why she was shot, who she. Why you investigating somebody
blah,
you already
blah.
know who did the shoot?
He basically,
I think fully like this also shows. Well, of course, as you know, like it definitely shows you like white privilege to the fullest.
Oh,
I
all the way
mean, because
through.
imagine if it was all of us in that room running up there, like
Oh,
you
they'd
know,
have been-
yeah,
Oh, it'd have been
you know,
all
You
body.
wouldn't even got in the room.
right.
You wouldn't have got on the lawn.
Close in that shit.
Yeah, you
We
wouldn't
wouldn't have
got
got
close.
we would have got shot coming over the gate.
So
I like how Trump is swaggy though. I like how he come on there and basically throw like a little sign to them like, yo, chill out. Good looking for that. But chill out now.
y'all made it this far. Like we trying to get
Violence
slaps
isn't
on
the
the
answer.
wrist for y'all. We trying to get slaps on the wrist. Like chill.
That
Y'all
whole
did
thing's
enough
political.
damage, but now y'all gotta chill. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? But like, America is crazy.
Yeah,
And
I just wanted to
this is
get that out
America.
the way. Yeah.
All right, so we're gonna jump into this other topic. Of course, we got the fashionista here. So, you know,
It don't look like it today, but okay.
top. It looks don't
You
matter.
reflected.
obviously.
You just came
know.
from a reflection, so you feel like I wear whatever, and it's still.
I'm black and unbothered.
We gotta promote. I love that, and that goes with the question.
So I'm black
You know,
and
supporting the
unbothered.
clothing. I like
Black
this
and
color right
fashion.
here too. I gotta
Shout
point
out
that
to
out.
Always
Yeah.
Us once again. Shout out
Yeah.
to Always Us on the clothing.
This is fire.
You know,
You're always us. Listen, I mean, I'm just kind of like, I ain't gonna hold you. Like, I don't know you, but I got a little smoke because like my man come in here every week and he got some pieces, and you ain't really dropping nothing on us. I don't know. I don't know if it's his fault or your fault, but we gonna figure it out though.
That's a wrap.
we gonna
That
work
color
on-
nice.
we
We
gonna
gonna
work
match
on
the
that.
cup.
Yeah, we
We
gonna
matching the
work on
cup and all that.
So, all right. So
Yeah.
I proposed the question to the group, and it was basically talking about fashion, you know, past and present, and how it's influential on us right now. The high end to the low end fashion, and why do you feel that it's actually it has such a grab on our community, and due to the fact that we obviously have two people that are heavily involved in fashion, I thought that would be a great topic to touch on. So, you know, I want to set it off and start it off with the actual person that is the most experienced on the high end fashion side. And come on, Miss Lenny G, let's get it started.
All right. Fashion is psychological. You know, fashion makes us feel good. It gives us confidence. It also hides insecurities. So the reason why luxury fashion is something that's in the forefront of the Black culture is because we want that sense of acceptance. When you wear designer goods, it makes it feel like you made it. And our media and what we see in the media and in music on TV is all designer items because those people have those funds and are millionaires and have money. So when you have people that just, you know, I'm going to say black, blue collar, white collar, all those workers, and they can afford those things too, it's like the I made it. And it heightens their security. So that's why. So it don't have to even be real. And I think we was talking about this, you know, in another episode where there are people who will invest in fake things just because it looks like it. And then you do have the people that will buy the real stuff and will wear that shit once and pass it down. And then people who buy the fake shit too. But it is all up here. And to me, it's the people who buy the fake stuff because they can't afford the real stuff. They have insecurities and they lack confidence.
I see it as this too, because obviously if you feel that you need high end fashion to feel like you made your successful run at the top, it's really not what's on you, it's what's in you. And you know, there's tons of people that buy all that hot shit and it'd be like, I'm glad you bought that, but I'm still kneeling. This bitch still kneeling down for me, and it's like, you know, that's a throwback to what my man here said. It'd be a dude in some Stan Smiths that fucked your bitch.
Facts.
So, you know, I feel like that shouldn't even be
Very.
you know,
It be like that though.
that's
dope.
facts.
It's lit.
Like the guy on Fifth Avenue and the guy in Marshalls, when they found out that they slinging dick to the same chick, what that high end fashion really did for you?
But it's not just that's the men.
That's the men's
That's
side,
the men's side.
which I had to touch-
The
but go
women's
ahead.
side, they buy the fake shit too
True.
because it's like I want to attract that man. Huh?
Women
They
don't
do. I
gotta
want
do that, though.
Huh? They don't have to,
We
but
said
they do.
that. We said that in another episode.
Yeah, because
I was gonna give you-
but we want the drip too.
No,
So,
but I wanted to pose. I'm gonna propose to you, like, if there's any truth to this. Like, it's something I seen. Like, okay, so let's say the female who's less voluptuous, like
She ain't
don't
got a
really have
body?
this ride, versus
Okay.
the one who does. I have a scenario where the one who has the shape can pretty much shop and put on anything because she has the shape. And I felt like at that time frame, the chick that was less, you know, with no shape, she had to make sure she had the drip. Do you think that plays in a role, like based on how you were shaped?
Honestly,
Like, let's
I'm
say
a-
if you was bony versus having something, you feel like it would matter more?
I don't think it matters. You know what's crazy? What I think that matters? Right here. I'm gonna be honest because you could be skinny, but if you got a pretty face,
you better.
you know, you can have
nobody and ugly.
So I think
Damn.
it's here. Like you gotta have, I don't know, son.
Yo,
you gotta have some cute eyes, a dimple, a pretty teeth, like some hair on your head, because you can be skinny with no body and still be attractive and can have on regular shit. So I don't necessarily think it's body, but if your face,
It's
as my
twisted.
mother would say, I'm gonna take my mother's fucked up. When people are ugly, she say it look like they got hit in the face with a bag of dicks. So if your shit is knocked,
Bag.
yeah, a bag of dicks. So like if you, and that's how she call people ugly.
Not half a bag, but a whole.
She
bag.
said she says bag of dicks, and she says they hard on the eyes. Those are her two ways of calling
The
people
heart on the
ugly.
eyes, I get that.
Yeah.
You
So
valid.
but that's like her analogy. I use it all the time like that. If you got hit with them dicks, then I mean, yeah, you need
Clothing.
But-
clothing. You need a lot of stuff.
But then that ties into the whole shape thing too, because a lot of the shapely women, tell the truth, if they got the shape, we look at the face last. We've done that.
Look,
We've
the-
looked at the
Yeah.
face last.
The number
But-
one thing I'm gonna put out there, we might see them red bottoms, but you ain't gonna never hear nobody say, "Yo, Dag, she a bad motherfucker because she got that Christian Dior purse." Ain't no. Most dudes are not even thinking that far ahead
Right.
when it comes down to y'all
some
fashion.
dudes, the dudes are in the fashion. They like to drip.
But here, most of the dudes that like to drip in the fashion, they like their buttholes drip too. So they probably gay. That's why they know what the fuck you got.
My ex used to be on there like, why you don't buy this and why you don't buy that? Because I don't want that.
Because he was insecure about himself. and he
Yeah,
was
but
trying to
it's
inflect that
other
on
men
you.
like that. Like, they like to see you in it, so they buy it for you. Like, I've seen guys buy designer things for women that wasn't even interested in it because they wanted to see them wearing it, and we just like, oh, it's cool.
But isn't
I had a
that
guy buy me
fashion,
some
period?
shoes on a first date. I couldn't even accept them because I'm just like, first of all, you just met me. First of all, how the fuck you figure out my shoe size?
Stalker.
On the first day, and then it wasn't me. Like, it just wasn't me. And then the designer he bought, and I know that the shoes was expensive, and I saw the receipt, and I'm just like, but I wouldn't wear them. Like, they wasn't my style. They wasn't like, but then he named the designer like, oh, but there's such and such, and I was just like, and
Man.
He thought that would wow you.
nah,
that's
bruh.
that-
Because it wowed someone
Buy
else.
me a lobster on the first date. Can I get a surfing turf? That's gonna make get me and I ain't even talking about like no
Always
tail.
about
If you
food.
buy me a whole,
yeah.
if we go on a date, yeah, it's about the food. It's about what you picked. I don't care about what you.
So you saying he could buy you don't buy me $2,000 shoes and we at like Applebee's.
Exactly. Buy me the lobster, the one that say market price.
All right.
I mean, but look, I want to kind of touch on what you were saying because you
Yeah.
were talking about the effects on, you know, the fashion in our culture and stuff like that, right? But I think what obviously, you know, it has to do with like celebs and, you know, entertainers promoting that. But what kind of throws me for a loop is just like, for example, like you will see an artist, like they'll promote a high-end designer that doesn't promote black people wearing their stuff, right? So they were like, for example, like, you know, I think in my opinion, for example, Pop Smoke, you know, the Mary, like after that, and A Boogie, you know, as much as they promote Mike and Mary, like his stock is crazy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm trying to say? But at the same time, it's like he's benefiting from the culture.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm trying to say-
But that's been happening for a long time,
right.
you know. And there was a time where we took it back, and then we lost it. So
right.
we took it back. Well, it was
Wait.
Tommy Hilfiger and whatnot, and then we took it back with the Fat Farm and the
FUBU and
Rockaware and
everything.
FUBU.
Right.
But then when the market got oversaturated because every rapper had a clothing line, Nelly had like Vocal, and all-
Vocal, yeah,
and then it got
Rockaware,
snatched,
Bottom
and then
and
it stopped. So it's like they had it, we took it back, and then they always buying us, and we were in every department
All right,
store.
hold up.
Right.
But see, we got to go back further than that because we already know for some people that actually grew up in the 80s or came up in the 80s, it was you was wearing high-end fashions, but you was going to Dapper Dan to get that flipped over. And Dapper Dan
You
was
got
the
that
person
one.
that turned Gucci and all of them into a big name in urban neighborhoods. 'cause
Right,
he was
right.
actually
Well, I'm talking about
flipped-
like Tommy though,
All right,
like
so all right, but-
Tommy,
but that
Calvin
was
Klein.
first.
They didn't get switched
But wait,
over by Dapper
but-
Dan.
but
Nah,
before,
yeah, exactly.
before Tommy Hilfiger and us had us really,
Mm-hmm.
there was an era of where we had cross color, and Carl Kanat had the black community on lock.
They were out the
Nah.
Calvin Klein though.
I bought that, though. I
and
had
Cross
Carl Kanat. I ain't gonna
Colors
hold you.
came
I had
after
it.
Calvin Klein and Tommy Hilfiger and Ralph Lauren. Those came after those brands.
See, I feel that sure enough, the actual
Not
80s
Ralph
with
Lauren.
the high end fashion
Mm-hmm.
stopped in like 89, and then sure enough, the Carl Kanat cross color took
Yeah,
over in 90.
that's because Calvin Klein, Ralph Lauren, Donna Karan, they True American sportswear became a thing in the late 70s, early 80s, where people stopped dressing that Christian Dior look. So the Christian Dior look came out in like the 1970s, and that's when, like, I don't know if you guys know in fashion history, like, it goes up and down. The 30s is just like the 50s. The 40s is just like the 60s. The 30s, the 50s, and the 70s is exactly the same as far as like how the silhouettes came out. So when they stopped having to dress and you stop expecting for women to wear fucking skirts all the time and casual dress start to be okay in the workplace, that's when Calvin, Ralph, Donna Karan, like American designers came up. And then once the American designers came up and people started steering away from that Italian European cut like the Chanels and stuff like that, that's when Tommy popped in. And then what happened was the black people was just like, why is they make, I want to design too. And that's when you got your Carl Canaz and stuff like that. They came in after white American sportswear after the late 70s.
Well, the main thing was because when the 70s kind of came to the end, men weren't wearing suits no more.
Right, they weren't. Then it started to phase out because casual wear became more. And Calvin is denim man. Denim became so.
Yeah, denim.
I wish that I had invented denim. Once denim hit the scene, it was a wrap because it was a way to, you can elevate it, you could dress it down. Then their ads showed both. So once Calvin, then of course, what happened? Tommy copied Calvin, and then Ralph Lauren copied Tommy, and then it just kept going and going.
Whoa.
Yeah.
But I think you're right though.
I am right.
I'm just,
I studied it.
Ralph Lauren. I'm Ralph Lauren.
But Calvin dropped the denim. That's down.
Calvin was the
denim.
That was
Calvin
the
did the denim,
yeah.
and then Tommy came behind. But
Calvin's just right.
All
Calvin
these
first.
designers knew each other.
Right.
All these designers partied together in the 70s. They was all in Studio fucking 54, getting it popping and stuff. And as the 80s started to transition into the casual, where they all fell in line, Calvin just called it first. Then Tommy was like, "Oh shit," and then Ralph Lauren was like, "Oh shit."
Calvin wasn't bad though.
And
they still get their shit off.
He damn near invented denim. Like he pretty
They
much
still
did.
get their shit off.
I mean, but why can't be the same? Like, I guess the same union amongst like
us,
us as far as like.
Well, we did, which is what happened with the Fat Farm stuff like that. We did,
but that you see, but
and it didn't went away.
Right, but that had its run, but that doesn't that didn't have this longevity as like it didn't
the other ones.
Right, exactly.
And it didn't have its longevity honestly because it was too urban. So when the urban thing went out and then the elevator dress came back in, those brands did not adapt to that. I think they tried, because I want to say that Baby Fat tried to adapt to it.
Rockaway tried too, though. They tried.
And even Sean John.
Yeah,
like
Sean
they tried. Like I think they tried.
That was all the same, yeah.
It was all the same time. Like they tried to adapt to the changes that were happening in the world, but their products had got so disvalued because once they started to slump down, everything started getting cheaper, and then the shit started going into Macy's and Jimmy Jazz and stuff like that. So and that's what it kind of messed it up. So like the entire brand itself,
like cutting the coat.
Yeah, the brand itself, and then everything was on sale. It was oversaturated. That's what it was. Too many like Rockaway, Vocal, Jabot, Echo Red, Inishi. Like it was just too many, and then they were all in the same and they were all in the same section in the department stores too, and it wasn't selling.
Academics.
Peppy.
So let me ask you. I'm gonna ask you two questions. So do you think that was socially engineered to actually do that, to make sure that those fashion designers don't actually get a longevity run? And my next one is, do you think it's actually a fair competition where you're trying to compete with a clothing line that's been out for like 80, 90 years, and now you got a clothing line that's jumping off year 1 to year 5?
Those brand. I can answer that in two parts. Those brands that are popping right now failed around those times too. They just came.
The reason why?
Yeah, because everybody got too urban, and then they tried it's in fashion, like they say, one day you in, one day you out. So what happened was they fucked it up, because that's why half of them don't own their companies. LVMH Group owns everything because they had to bail them out. So a lot of those companies like Gucci and all that, they wasn't doing good around that time either. Like around that 90s stream when they tried to get into that whole urban thing and then tried to pull out of it, they just didn't have tycoons coming in and building them back up. Gucci had to get built back up. Tom Ford had to come in and save Gucci. And he worked for Gucci for about 5 years until they brought somebody else in. And that's kind of what happened. Like they hired certain designers. They had like Robert Arnault. He is the owner of LVMH Group. He owns Moet, Hennessy. He owns Donna Karan. He owns Chloe. He owns Dior. He bailed them out. So he went and bought those names, hire new people, transfer the manufacturing to China to make it cheaper and cheapen the product. Now, had there been a tycoon that came in and did those with that black brands and kept them and pulled them out of their bailout, it would have worked. Nothing pulled them out. And then these are rappers to me that own these companies. Once it failed. They didn't want to keep it going. Russell Simmons got so much other money in other places. When Fat Farm died out, he just like whatever.
You gave her a hit
know?
and she hit a home run. This is her shit, obviously.
Yeah, this is but that's what happened around that time.
All right, so
that's what happened. Like
let's
it could have happened if somebody would have bailed them out. If somebody saw the
Right.
value in the brands.
Brand.
They didn't see
And
the value
believed in
in the
them.
brands. I believe them. They saw that like, hey, Dior is shitty right now. Halston is shitty right now, but I got a plan. I'm gonna bail them out. I'm gonna take this. I'm gonna take the company because I don't know if y'all know. That's why Kate Spade killed herself. Like they took her name.
How's Vera Wang?
Vera Wang never lost control of her company. That's the thing. You got some people who lose control of their company because they need the money and the shit
Right.
that's tanks or whatever. But a lot of people have lost their name. Like Calvin don't own his name no more.
Exactly.
He don't. He's owned by P&H Group, and then G3 bought like hella licenses from them. So P&H
that shit
Group
go?
owns some of it, and then G3 owns the handbag license, the winter accessory license, and then the outerwear license. So half these brands don't own.
own
Can
the
you
name.
imagine losing your name?
Word.
Like a lot of them
What was the
lost.
other shit?
Donna
Eddie
Karan
Bauer?
too. She don't own her name no more. LVMH Group owns her. Like they don't even own. They don't even design.
It's just like right now, like with Tesla. Tesla lost his name. He lost all his products. Like it's inevitable. It's
Yeah,
the
but
street game,
nobody
the
bought
music
them, though.
game,
That's
the
what happens to the
fashion
black
game,
brands.
They all the same.
Yeah,
if you sign
what
the
happens to the
wrong
black brands is that
contract,
they just no one believed in them enough to buy the names out, so they just died. You know, and they just
all right, so let's
failed,
also talk about these actual high end brands because we already know that the high end brands they have a run in the black community, and then at any given point in time, the other high end brand can knock you out. Look at how Prada was in the black community for a while. You couldn't have a
but
motherfucker.
Prada,
out.
but Prada's back now though.
But see,
I ain't
but
gonna
But that's
lie.
because they put the
Yeah.
blackface on the goddamn purses.
Exactly.
They lost their goddamn mind. Like,
right.
and then like black people was just like, well, I see that black people not mad at
Yeah,
Gucci
that's
no more
a
for
fact.
making that blackface shirt. But I would never buy Gucci. I haven't worn my Gucci purse since that day.
All right, so let me ask you
Ever.
that question. Why do you think that they're so influential in our communities, knowing that they don't like us, knowing that most, like 90% of them are gay, and
It don't matter as a
I
follower.
think that
Nobody's a
there's
leader.
I think that there's
Nobody's
a lack of
leader.
education there.
Yeah,
That's all.
so
Because-
if one
and
person
people-
rock it, that's it.
Yeah, and then you have people like that don't really give a fuck about that shit. Like they don't care about being woke and what they stand for, or even you got a lot of black people who don't know their history. They don't know about Jim Crow and what was happening in the South and all the different things that black people went through and stuff. Like they don't know where the fucking Underground Railroad was. So like you got a lot of black people that don't know their history, and I don't blame them. I blame some of these education systems because there's a lot of high schools out there that don't even fucking teach black history. It's an elective. And unless they picked it, what if they got other interests in art? You're not going to pick black history as your elective, you know? So they're not teaching black history in schools unless you going out and you seeking the information, which that's why you lack wokeness. You putting... Some people have never even seen a minstrel show. Do you know what it was? Do you know what they did? You know how many people didn't even understand it? How many black people didn't even understand? Like, well, what is it?
But see, but
it's
that's
blackface.
more-
What is blackface?
That's more. You can't rely on the educational system to actually teach you something
You
that your
can't.
family should have taught you when you was coming.
But what if
out
your
the house.
family
Family
don't
ain't get
know?
it taught.
Now-
Right, that's what I was
now-
gonna
What
say.
if your
They didn't
family
get
don't
taught.
know?
Hold your family accountable for
if your
that.
family don't know, then obviously that's just a family of people that don't know their history, and they pretty much destined to fail when it comes down to these certain categories. But the way social media is now, you can learn all this stuff. It comes
Yeah.
around one way or another, especially
Now
if you
today, you
run
definitely
for it.
have an advantage.
Yeah, today you have an advantage, but like you don't. It's not always an advantage. So I mean, that's honestly once people saw what Gucci and what Prada did, they went and started Googling minstrel shows. It was one of the like most Googled things at the time because they didn't know, they didn't understand why it was such a bad thing. And then once they realized, it's like, oh damn, that is fucked up. But I already got hella Gucci in my closet that I paid for that I'm gonna wear anyway.
All right, so shout out to the fact that a lot of people ain't never seen that movie Mantan, because guess what? That broke down how a minstrel show used to go down and how they used to dress people up in blackface and the whole 9 yards. Even
Have
us.
you seen Bamboozle? Spike Lee
the
joint.
Bamboozle
Yeah.
also.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
can't
You know,
remember. Yeah,
Classic.
yeah, I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, they off them niggas.
Yo, yeah.
So,
Bamboozle
you know,
put it out there.
That's
man.
good.
Go and
Listen,
actually
that's learning.
see how some of these places actually treated, you know, our community and actually put us down in the whole way, any way, shape, or form. And then now we're sitting there and we're still following their brands. We're still giving them money in our community, and they're shouting out live on air and in interviews, I don't make my stuff for black people. And let's not even
Yeah,
put
people
them
still don't
all.
get it.
Let's not even put them all in a boat and not say we ain't gonna throw some of our own folks that doing the same thing when they finally make it. Because there's one actual person that actually has a real good control on our community. That honestly, right now, he's really not the person that really cares about our community either. He's a Chicago famous person.
No.
Yes.
You gonna give us the name right here live.
So we gotta
Somebody do who owns Off-White?
No, we just gotta keep it real. Mike Jordan already said it ain't for us. He ain't thinking about us.
Yeah. That's not new.
Michael Jordan is not from Chicago.
I said just
Oh,
famous
okay. I was
person
like, he's from
in
North
Chicago.
Carolina.
All right, so now
No, he's not. He's born in Brooklyn.
He born in Brooklyn and
Oh,
then
wow.
moved to the Carolinas.
Come on, we know our facts too.
So you know,
I know he
he's-
ain't from Chicago.
He's also showed us that he doesn't care. Let alone he's just selling you sneakers that they didn't sell back in the day, and they just.
But I don't know. I think they forced those
sneakers.
sneakers on him. I don't think he cared if he had sneakers or
Did you
not.
watch the
They didn't-
thing?
they didn't
He
force
even
them.
Not
watch that.
forced, but like when he was young like that, he ain't know nothing about
Did you
business or
watch
nothing
his?
like that.
Did you
The
watch-
Last Dance?
Yeah. Did you watch it?
Yeah, of course I would want a sneaker if I'm a basketball player, but it's not like
he
if they
wasn't even
didn't seek
interested in going to the
him.
meeting at first.
That's what I'm saying.
But he was given sweat equity in that company flat out at the beginning because they had nothing. And they took a chance on him, and he took a chance on them.
But he was
because
gonna
they
be the
got
way he was gonna
shut
be,
down by Magic Johnson because
get
he
it.
said, y'all don't got it. Converse got it. He made the biggest mistake in his life, and that was $1 billion mistake. Flat out.
Facts.
But now at the end of the day, Michael Jordan doesn't care about us, and he has let it be known. And first, if you know his actual investment style is to invest in actual maximum security prisons to house us.
Hold on, but wait, but I ain't
Really?
listen, but I ain't gonna get like I'm not gonna I get where you're going with that, but as far as him investing in the prisons, I mean that hasn't really been confirmed though.
Yeah, well, it hasn't been
I mean-
allegedly.
Right. I mean, but like
Michael Kors said he don't make his shit for us either, but that was an
Who the hell
alleged.
buying
No,
Michael
but listen,
Kors
but
besides
like,
people who
but
work
I
shopping
see
at
what you're
Ross?
saying, like as far as like a lot of these brands, you know, like black people, you know, we find out that they're not for us, but I still think people use them as a trophy. Like for example, like you know, dude, like listen, I gotta have these Jordans. Like it's like a status. You know what I mean? Like if I have these Jordans, I'm gonna be viewed as this, or if I get this Gucci item, I'm gonna be viewed as this. So at the end of the day, like people don't like people using them for their own, you know, for their
Personal.
own personal status, their own personal trophy status. You know what I mean? Like as she was saying, like that's giving you a level of popularity, or it's making you feel somewhat important.
It's giving you more of a level of shallowness because guaranteed, if you think that's more of being shallow, saying that you need that stuff in order to validate
But
you.
shallow outrules the thing
but
you
that depends,
saying
see, but
because
that
that's what
depends how
everybody
personal
doing.
you are, right? But that
Exactly.
depends on like you know your you know like your mental state. Because me, like
Right.
I don't like designer don't make me like I'll be the same nigga in whatever I do because I'm just
Right.
me.
Yeah,
You know
exactly.
what I mean?
Take
So,
away
like,
trees and
'Cause
leaves,
you
right?
already know how many.
Listen, I'll make that tree look good.
Let me be honest with you.
That tree, that's that tree.
Salud,
baby.
All right.
salud.
Let me be honest. How many? And obviously, Lanice is gonna probably go to her main big Joker card. How many dudes you know that's in designer and they the lamest motherfucker in the world?
I know a lot of niggas that I'll be like, yo, bro, you got design like.
But
and they
that
be
just
looking wacky, they be looking
satisfied it
crazy.
right
So,
there.
I mean, I
That
get it.
satisfied it right there. So they made sure they had that because they knew what you just said.
Yes, a lot of them, but you gotta. I mean, if you know how to dress, low key, you ain't even gotta be in like designer. Like you can be fit in fucking H&M and like Zara, a little top man in there, a little urban outfit.
They don't be having my size though. A little
I'm
boo-hoo.
sorry, big and tall. Like
Little boo and shit.
you're right, little boo-hoo. I don't fuck with Fashion Nova, but they got some good stuff for the
Nah, I ain't
men.
gonna lie.
Fast,
Fast don't be
but
having
hey.
some low key little.
They be
drip,
having
though.
some. I don't fuck with them because they steal stuff from black designers. Like,
Nah,
that's the only reason why I don't fuck with them. So I refuse to support them
Morals.
because of that. Yeah, it's more.
So is that worse than you just said that on a first date he got you some shoes? So is that the worst? That would be a worse first date if somebody came and brought you some Fashion Nova shit.
You better not bring me that shit. You better not. But they, I mean, I wouldn't fault them
If
because
they
they
don't
don't
know.
know. They don't know how I feel about it.
Exactly.
So that's like my own
But you
belief.
tossing it,
Am I tossing it? I'm not wearing it. You should return to sender.
and you're gonna say that.
Yeah, I'm not wearing it. It's against my. It's like you putting fucking meat in front of him. He's fucking vegan.
He's not vegan.
Oh well, vegetarian, whatever. It's like you making somebody that's vegan
Yeah.
eat meat. Like that's how.
No. I get it. I get it. I just wanted to throw
and
that.
they have children making their clothes. That's another thing too. Like,
Oh, it's like
some of
child
these
labor?
brands, yeah, like they be making. They have fucking little kids making their shit. That's just like,
That's wild.
yeah. I'm just like, no, it's a wrap for me.
when are we
Fashion
gonna-
Nova is
But
canceled.
when are we gonna get the swing where it's gonna be more so looked at kind of like when it was Blood Diamonds when
That's
Kanye
the
West
new
was
vibe.
talking about it? It's
What's
like,
the swing? I don't buy nothing that's made by no children.
You know, it's but
With it.
you know, even if it's not made by children, if they sweat laboring out grown adults, it's still
It's still bad,
still
yeah,
bad.
yeah. And then like in Fashion Nova, also they do produce in the U.S. They produce in Cali and they produce in sweatshops. It's even more the reason why I don't. So they do both. They produce in China for certain goods with the kids making them, and then they got the freaking sweatshops and the illegal workers in California too.
Do we think that
Which
we
is
would
why I have a
expose?
business in New York to make manufacturing here because I don't have no children and all my workers are grown women.
If you did the research like that on all of these people, you probably would find a lot more like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's
So,
not as
especially,
out in the open.
and you'd be surprised, a lot of your luxury brands do that too. Because that was the point of the tycoon coming in and taking it was to just, he bought the name. He didn't give a fuck about
Right,
the product.
right.
I don't know if y'all ever seen the difference between a Gucci bag that was made in the 1980s and a Gucci bag that was made after 1997 when he took over.
I need to look that up. See
Big
what that
ass
look like.
difference. And the difference is, I have a Gucci bag this, I got, and even
What time frame?
you can
I got it when I was 22.
No. What year is it? Is it? You said the
After
difference.
97. So this, and they changed even more now. So
Wow.
I bought one when I was in college and refund checks was busting.
Yeah, I remember the refund
So
checks.
I went to Gucci, yeah.
fast-
I went to Gucci
fast
and I bought a
fashion
Gucci, like the classic vinyl Gucci bag. That bag was $750. I, swiped my little debit card. I was so happy. You go into the Gucci store now, that same Gucci bag is $1,600.
Hell yeah.
And it was $750 back then, and it's made even worse than mine.
Right.
And
They
mine
go
is not that
down
bag because
on-
my grandmother's Gucci bag is bomb. Like it's leather. It's a deep canvas calf leather. Mine is not even leather. My shit is PVC. And then now the ones they're
Oh,
fucking
no.
vinyl. Like it's just like it's the same bag, but these
see how
niggas
you
have
get
made
got?
then made
See how
a
you
way
get
to
got?
even turn. But you can make leather look. You can make PVC look like anything. So what you think is leather is not leather. It's not even leather. It's PVC. It's fucking polyurethane.
That's crazy. Do you think that, like, with the people with more money, like the high end, like he said, like, why should they shortchange the quality of what it takes to make the stuff versus like somebody just coming up and what price they spent on the quality of they shit? I think when they're not out yet, you have to spend the more money to make sure the quality of this new shit you're pitching is good. Like if you don't have no name, you can't.
That's why my bags are expensive, but I know how much it is. I mean, you don't have to buy my bag. I ain't begging nobody, but I know how much I charge.
The quality.
For them. Yeah.
How much is a bag right now?
$325, and that's Italian embossed custom leather from Italy. Like I'm not. Am I?
quality.
I gave
Yeah,
I
got
gave
quality.
a gift, and people, I have to say they shouted your
They
your
shot it
product
out. I ain't gonna lie.
It was
Yes,
actually-
I bought
I
a
make
bag.
good quality
I bought a
bags.
bag too.
Oh yeah! So shout out to that. Shout out to that.
Good.
Let's give it that. Give it that.
Thank
Give
you
it that.
guys.
Let's go. Shout
supporting
it
black
out.
businesses, rooting
Yeah.
for everybody.
But
that's
that, but
black.
that was my point. My point was, when you want to come up, you can't shortchange off rip. You got to
You
take
can't.
the L and say, yo, if I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do this right.
Right.
So you give them the quality. But this is what happened, just
Don't
like the
make that many.
restaurants. True.
Don't
But
make a
no,
lot.
when you get down the line and now you're bigger, I say keep that same thought. Like, don't get bigger
No.
and then cheap. You
No,
know what I'm saying?
if you
Like,
get
if you
bigger-
spent the bread and your shit is lit, when you start selling hundreds and thousands, don't give us this still.
But don't.
Right.
But there's that's hold on. That's completely different though. So in apparel, there are actual pricing categories. When you sell things for a certain price point, you're not supposed to produce 1,000 of them. It defeats the purpose. It's supposed to be exclusivity. 1,000 units is fast fashion. That's the cheap shit. So when you start buying, like they don't make that many. Like they keep the quantities down on purpose. Like
20.
exactly. So
40.
i.e. there's only one true luxury fashion brand. Do y'all know what it is? It's only one. It's only
I didn't
one.
take this class.
Because what? No, because think about it. What is luxury? Luxury is exclusivity. Luxury is like handmade. Like there's only one true
Let her get
luxury
this off. Let her get
brand.
this off.
Who do you think it is?
Let her get this off, unless you got it. It's a known brand.
It's a known brand. It's one true luxury brand. They
not
still
even saying
handcraft
it's-
and make everything in
yeah,
Italy.
that's what I was
You
about
gotta
to
get on
say.
the motherfucking wait list.
Italy.
And they
That's a
only
clue.
make a certain amount of bags a year,
That's
and you
a
gotta get on that
clue.
wait list.
Italy.
But
got
see, you
some
gotta be,
on
you gotta
my
be,
mind.
you gotta be in Mulan to actually know that one. But I'm gonna give a lucky guess at it, and she said it's a very known, brand.
Very known brand.
Very known.
Very
Couture.
known.
I would ride with Couture.
Who?
Couture.
Couture.
No, it's a
No,
brand.
I mean, not Christian Dior. I would ride with
Nope.
Christian Dior.
They make a lot of products.
Versace.
Nope.
I'm not
Nah,
even
she's
trying
saying
this.
something.
I'm not even
Something.
doing this.
Hermes. Birkin bags.
Okay.
They are
damn.
custom, handmade. You have to get on a wait list to get a Birkin bag. That is a luxury brand. They do not make a lot of them, and you have to wait because why? They have to kill an animal to make that bag. You want the Kelly
Lord.
crocodile? You gotta wait for
Damn,
that
Flatbush
crocodile.
Finest, you can't get that.
Yeah, you gotta wait for that crocodile to fully be mature to skin that shit to make that crocodile
I
bag.
feel that though. But like you said, it should be made to order anyway. Just don't
Exactly.
shortchange it. If you gave us quality when you first started out, give us the quality throughout. It's the same.
Wait.
It's not just clothing.
Now I got
Everything.
one more that y'all might not know. You mentioned Michael Kors earlier. What they do is somebody
I
mentioned
did.
Michael Kors.
I
Okay,
did.
so they create diffusion brands. So Michael Kors is ready to wear. That's luxury. Michael is moderate. MK is better.
yeah.
And then you got the Michael, this in fucking Ross, this the budget. So yes, it says Michael Kors, but those are 4 different brands
Yeah.
at 4 different price points and 4 different type of stores. So that's what they do. They don't necessarily cheapen the product. They create it for that client. So i.e., I worked for Karl Lagerfeld for a little while, and I worked for Calvin Klein. So the bags that went into the Calvin Klein store are all leather. But the bags that we made bags for Ross, for Macy's, and for TJ Maxx,
That's
those
not-
bags were PVC with leather handles,
I was
and we
hustling
made
from the
them.
gate.
But that's what they do, because I'm gonna put it. It's a marketing thing. Because if you go to Ross and TJ Maxx, it'll say $300, but best priced at $50. That's all marketing. It wouldn't come from the
Because
Calvin
they
Klein
made
store.
it
Yeah,
on that value.
exactly.
But
It
they want you to feel
It wasn't
good.
like it came down from Calvin and it got in here. It didn't come like that. It was made,
It was
for
made
that
for there.
store.
That's
and then
the
same
hustle.
way. And that's outlet stores. Any outlet mall you go to, that shit ain't coming from the stores and
The
coming down.
authenticity
They
of
make
the-
outlet bags, and then they
Yeah.
put the price tags on there.
that's like,
Compare
that's
it.
like when you used to buy the real jerseys and then they got the swing man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what
Yeah,
that
people
is.
be thinking like, oh yeah, I got a good deal because I want to outlet. An outlet is not overused stock that couldn't sell at the store. It's stock that was made to cater to that customer that can only shop outlet.
No doubt. When is it or when are you able to ask for money or help in a relationship situationship? What's too soon? When do you have the balls to say
I need help.
See, I mean, well,
Never.
before right.
I ain't
yeah.
never asked for
Nah.
nothing. You gonna offer it
Yeah,
to
I
me.
ain't gonna lie, I ain't gonna ask either, but I just feel like I just wanna,
When you gonna hint towards it?
I just want
True.
to drop it out there. Like, I just feel like, as far as like, if you're a guy, like
especially a
a
guy?
female, like she gotta make you feel like you want to spend money on. I ain't gonna lie, you know what I mean? Like,
I had somebody ask me
she gotta
3
make
days
you,
in.
Nah, I'm not.
Listen,
I'm not
you got the
asking.
fashion shit. My bad. I gotta get up
No,
for a
no,
second.
no,
Yo, you got the fashion shit. You know your shit. You know you come in here with your swag. But yo, you with all of this amazing shit, cut it out. Cause every time we have a topic,
I swear to God.
and you always have the opposite.
I mean,
Like, what are you doing out here?
Is it wrong, man?
All right, go ahead. That's it.
Hold on.
He asked like 3 days in.
3 days in, he asks you for money, or
We didn't talk about the same homie now, right?
Yeah, we is. It was wrong from the
See?
jump. I should
we gotta stop. Cause we making him famous.
Yo, now hold
we
on,
making
yo.
him famous.
China
son.
man making it from episode to episode
Episode
to
to
episode
episode.
to episode.
He wasn't the
bro.
only one. Like,
I mean,
can I
but,
hold something?
but hold on. But what is? I mean, but so,
3 days?
I mean, but yo,
How out of line is
No,
3
more
days?
so like the
But what is it about
something wrong
you?
with my account, and I can't get into it. I got.
I don't care
I
what
got
it
bugs.
is.
But
3
my
days?
card- but what is it
My
about you
card
that
got
you attracting these
a
guys?
fraudulent
Right.
charge on it, so I can't get into the
I wanna
bank
know,
until
like,
Monday.
what is it-
You're not hearing him.
What is it about you that you attracting these guys though? Like
That
I
is not
mean,
the topic.
I mean, no, come on, it is. Let's talk that shit.
That's not the topic.
3 days?
No, let's talk that shit.
How long I knew
Maybe
you and
I
I'm
look
gonna
like I got
ask you
some
for no money
okay?
now?
Maybe I look like I got some. I don't know. know. I don't know. I just attract this stupid.
Wait, hold on. I'm trying to see like, wait, all you think is from Brooklyn though?
No, he's from the Bronx.
All right, good.
One of them was from
good.
Chicago.
I'm just trying to make sure. Yeah, I'm trying to make sure.
Bronx,
Shout out from a
Chicago.
non-Brooklyner.
Harlem, Bronx, Chicago, Harlem.
Okay, all right. That's it.
But no, he didn't ask me right away. He asked me like 4 or 5 months in because at the time he was managing Zoe Dollars. This is a different guy. He's managing Zoe Dollars and they was trying to do some event for him and they did the money for the bottle service. I think I ended up giving it
Shout
to
out
him.
Zoe Dollars. Zoe Dollars? Yeah, shout him out.
Yeah, no, I mean, that's the Miami artist, but all right,
Yeah.
cool. All right, whatever.
Okay, so let me ask you this question, right? In those situations, obviously being a woman, there should be no level of a man asking you for no coverage in the beginning of
It's a loan.
relationship. It shouldn't even be a loan. They're like, what is he loaning to do? What is he gonna do? He gonna flip? Never been a hustler a day in his life.
doesn't make
What is he gonna
sense.
do?
Yeah, and
Flip
I
a
did
brick?
that too, hoping I was gonna teach them how to teach him how to hustle and how to flip some shit. But it was just like I might as well flip it myself. I was just trying to put you on game, but never mind, forget it.
But what? Well, we
It's
Look at
already.
him scratching his ball here.
You know, because I'm trying to figure out like what
There's
gives you
nothing
that
to figure
feeling.
out. They
What gives
bugged
you that
out.
feeling that because obviously at some point in time with China Man, I think that was the number one red flag. So why was you even trying to teach people how to hustle that should already have a hustle when they get to you?
Because that's like, you know how like they say like the woman is like the rib bug. So it's nothing wrong with us like trying to
Which we
motivate
tie
and help you
into,
because then
yeah.
you get mad. I mean, y'all feel some type of way when we not the ones that's trying to be there and trying to show you. Like if I know something, why am I hiding the information? Like let me share it with you. And there's nothing wrong with me trying to share it with you. If you don't get it, you don't get it. But let me attempt.
I'm not knocking you on doing that, but obviously there has to be time spent in actually showing
Musa.
a level of
That's out of line.
him having.
If you need to
slightly-
borrow $30 from me, I need to tell you right now. I can't wait until it's like, because the fact that you're a grown ass man and you don't have $30, you need to know right now.
Yeah,
I don't
but
want to waste no time,
if
my
I-
nigga.
if- if-
You
if-
need to know. I
Hold
don't
on,
want
hold
to
on,
waste.
hold on. We about to
She
get
been on fire tonight, though. I ain't gonna hold you.
We about to get
What am I
fucking
waiting
political.
for? I'm gonna wait 6 months
Yeah.
saying you gonna ask me a $30 for 5 or 6 other times? Hell no, nigga. Let me tell
No,
you.
so
how.
listen, no. So without cutting it off
getting
completely,
political.
Yeah,
Getting
so without
political,
cutting it
let's do
off
it.
completely is a better approach because come on, let's not kick everybody. So
Maybe
everybody
you had
has
that
their damn own right. But look, no. Is this a better approach? I'm gonna give you a scenario to see if there's a way to save this soul. Let's say they're not asking you for bread, right? But they tell you, this is what I got, and I gotta get to here. Like I gotta get to this date with this much. Is that more embarrassing? Is that more pathetic to be like, yo, boo, I'm not asking you for no bread, but this is how much I got left. So like, how should I move right now? So I don't get to the point where I gotta ask you.
But you
with what I got left.
You are subconsciously asking me.
So you're saying in this subject there is no way.
No, you're
to
asking
ever-
me. It's your approach is different because you're trying to test my temperature. You trying to figure out, is she gonna give it to me? Let me just see. Like that's you testing my temperature to be like, oh, you trying to like reword the shit to really just ask what the fuck
So
you want to
that's
ask.
when you smart and hit them with the spend $5 a day, nigga.
I think
And you gonna make it.
I think for a woman,
And that ended right
But what if
there.
he couldn't get to work? Damn, I gotta get to work.
Now, see,
I just
now
need
you
my-
putting more
I
spins
need
on it.
gas money.
No,
I
you
gotta
ain't
get
putting
to
more
work.
spins.
Wait.
Or
All right,
bus fare.
so obviously, I think with women, the time limit is gonna come a lot sooner than men. But I think with women, sure enough, I say within maybe the 3 month mark of
Yeah, you're supposed to
actually
be picking
dealing
a
with
time
you.
frame.
Once a man hears you actually have a certain situation, they're probably
I'm
going
never
to
gonna
actually,
ask.
you know, you probably never gonna ask. They're gonna
Never.
offer. So if
They don't.
if I'm dealing with you,
Shit.
and I'm in your car, we pull. I'm gonna be like, oh, I noticed your gas just on E. Pull up to the
You know
gas
how
station.
many
That's gonna
times
be a
I've been
full
waiting
tank.
for a nigga to offer some shit. But like that's why I
But
guess
you've been
I
fucking
agree-
with some ain't shit niggas.
I know, and I agree with that.
And I don't
I've
say
been
that N-word,
waiting
but
for
you've
somebody
been-
to be like, "Oh, I got it. You need anything?" And my mother always told me like a man should never come to your house empty-handed. Like he need to come with some fucking eggs, like some garbage bags, something. And I'm just like, it's so many niggas that came to my house with nothing and then eating my damn food. I'm just like,
Yo, I think you the chick that dudes waited for you to go to work and they just stayed there and be like, yo, she don't say nothing. I'm just here.
I live here now.
I live here
No,
now.
you know what, but
I'm about to go
but
get my
look.
garbage bag. If she say I can stay here tonight, that's it. I'm cooking a dinner tonight. Or
they
I'm
don't
looking
cook
she got
though.
in the
I ain't
refrigerator.
never had no dude that cook.
You see, but I ain't gonna lie,
They
yo,
can
but
season
guys,
the meat for me, but then they don't even
Yo,
know
you the
what they
reverse
doing.
of Captain
Season the
Save-A-Ho.
meat.
I am.
But
they
I
gonna
be saving
test, yo, but they gonna
niggas.
test how far, like, guys.
Yeah, how they
could
can
get
go with it.
always
I
gonna
mean, I
push
wouldn't do
the
that
limit.
now, but
They gonna test and see how
to
far
the
you
people,
can get
these
with
are
it, you know
past
what I mean? Like,
situations. I am not like that now. Never will be. You're not getting nothing from
She
me.
had to
So
put the
every situation
disclaimer.
that I'm giving a disclaimer. Everything that I discuss on this podcast is pre-30s. Everything that I've been through, I wasn't 30 yet. When I hit 30, when I hit on that Barbados vacation by myself, when I found what I did wrong in niggas in my 20s, I have not been like that since. That's my disclaimer.
So now you different.
It's different now.
I am.
Niggas
I
ain't-
wasn't with
she had
China
to
Man.
put that disclaimer.
I broke up with him
Niggas
when
ain't
I was
get-
29.
So
okay?
niggas ain't getting over you no more.
Oh, no, baby,
ain't
no.
more, ain't no Chinaman part 2.
No, when I was 29. Okay,
Okay,
no.
so now you-
Oh, he did try to come back this summer, but I ain't give him shit.
This
Talking
is
about
this is
accent.
becoming therapeutic.
Then he tried to come back. Yeah, 'cause the first day I seen him was the day we was all in front of North Strand Station. He did try to come back this summer.
We were all where? I don't remember. I don't
You was
recall.
being an asshole that day.
I don't recall.
You was being an asshole that day.
Look,
I don't recall.
You was testing his temperature
I have
that
not.
day.
I have not.
You was testing his temperature that
I have
day.
not.
He
You tested
was
whose
fucking
temperature?
with him that day.
I have
tested
no
whose
knowledge of
temperature?
When he was
anything
outside in front of North Strand
question.
Station with us, and Mark was fucking with him. He really was.
You
Like,
fucking- wait,
Who's
hold on.
Mark?
Wait, hold on. Wait, hold on. Wait,
Y'all
wait,
don't
wait,
remember
wait.
that
No,
day?
wait, hold on.
Who's
wait.
Mark?
Let's go into a little bit. Yeah.
No one
Y'all
on this.
like-
No
okay,
one on
we
this
was-
podcast
okay.
is Mark.
Okay, hush. In front of North Strand Station that day, we was all sitting out there, and he was out there. Y'all don't remember? We was sitting outside, and we was drinking, and then we was buying shots and stuff like that.
Yeah,
and then
we
you
got
kept
lit.
fucking with me, and he was mad because you kept.
Oh,
you
got
don't
a nigga
remember
mad. You got a
that.
nigga mad.
I do remember.
He didn't say nothing,
And-
obviously.
fuck
He
all
didn't
that.
say nothing to
This is
y'all.
not how it was. Listen, the vibe we was on. Listen, these
like,
are
he was
real.
on your face.
This is real. This is real. Great vibes right here. Draymond wasn't with us. Philip, Flatbush Finest, Reposado right here. We get into good vibes
Listen, yo,
sometimes.
you can't call the nigga Philip on the podcast.
Right.
So you
There's
cannot
no
call
Mark and
Philip
there's no
Phillips.
Philip.
You
There's no
cannot
Philip.
call the nigga
She just
Philip
said
on the podcast.
Mark.
Nigga, no, listen.
no
nigga
Mark and there's no
nigga
Philip. Sorry,
nigga name is Young
apologize.
Free or Flatbush fucking Finest.
So
You
ain't
can't
no
call
Mark.
nigga Philip on the
Yes, I said
podcast.
hush.
So you'll never hear that again. I hope that y'all are paying attention because that's the only time y'all hear that in disregard. But listen, we was in a different type of bag that day. We made a bunch of moves. We was already a little
Yeah, I can't
litty.
believe yo,
We was already little litty. We was feeling
wild,
ourselves.
yeah,
All of us
wild
was
lit.
smelling ourselves.
We was wild
So
lit
we
that day,
came to the
homie.
spot like the Rock Boys in the building tonight, right?
And he was by himself.
We was wild lit though, so that's all it was. Plus, we knew like, yo, your type of climate. Why you fucking with these clown ass niggas? See, you gain brothers in us because if we see you fucking with some lame niggas,
That was
we
the
gonna
first
we
day
just
I had seen that man in
impose.
3 years.
We gonna impose. 'Cause
Y'all
he act
made
like
a
he
clown
was-
out of him because
All he was doing was.
Because somebody was talking, I forgot. I think it was how I was talking. She was like, "Damn, he ain't say nothing." I was just like, "He didn't want to get beat up, I guess. I don't know." 'Cause that's
We was
what
in
it
a
looked
different type of bag. That's all that was.
Niggas being their feelings.
So we can't ask. Listen, men, I'm gonna tell you that right now, live. We cannot ask for money.
No.
We have to hold it down. I mean, if y'all move in and get married, things change like to that magnitude of a different climate, then maybe
A woman will show you when
And
it's
I don't
showtime.
think I don't know
She'll
if we
give
should
you
ask
help.
either. To be honest, I
Wait,
feel
you saying
like
that
we
women
should.
shouldn't ask?
I
what
don't
you
think that we should ask. That's just my personal
Wait,
opinion. I
but
don't speak for
women
all
gonna
women. I don't
move.
think that we should ask. I think that we should do in our regular like nurturing things and then let you guys offer.
But
See,
wait,
but I think, see,
wait.
no, but I think you hit it on the head because if you move just like that, a guy
The offer.
he gonna give it to you.
Exactly, and that's why I feel like we shouldn't have to ask. I feel like it'll be offered to as long as you just
Exactly.
doing and
Do
moving
what
how
you
you do,
do, right.
and then also learning that person's love language. For me, that is my love language. I am a gift giver. I will buy something first, so I might buy something for you before you buy something for me because that's just who I am. So like that's you have to learn that person's love language.
I think she is this cup empty. Nah, she still got some shit in there. Let me get another drink. But anyway,
Before we jump,
But
before we
again,
but
jump
listen,
some
but
people's
listen.
love languages are words of affirmation, stuff like that. But for me, that
But-
is my
but
love
that's
language hands
the
down. I
genuine
will buy
shit.
a nigga a flight before I buy him a gift. Like, boo, let's go somewhere. Like I'm like that.
Oh, wait,
So-
hold on, wait. hold on, yo.
Pass the
Everybody-
Don't give me no more
lemonade.
She'll
alcohol.
fly you out.
Lemonade.
I flew some niggas out before. I've done it.
Tell me China Man didn't get flew out.
The whole time we was together.
Oh.
I paid for
boy.
He
everything.
ain't had no
Shout out to
bread.
City Boy.
He ain't had
I didn't want to go.
Did he have a passport or you got that for him too?
He didn't
Yo.
have one, but the man asked me did he need a passport to go to Vegas.
Oh God. That nigga.
City
that nigga ain't
boys,
never
we
been
down
nowhere.
one.
City
We
boys,
down one.
See, he wasn't bright either.
City boys, we down.
He wasn't that bright.
Yo.
City
Look,
boys, we
that-
Every
Yo,
trip we
yo,
went
yo,
on, I
check
paid
out.
for. Except for after that Nordstrom Station thing, he hit me with the whole time we was together. You paid for everything. You took me on so many trips. I just wanted to do something nice for you. Just let me do something for you. He asked to take me to Vegas, and I was like, I don't know about that nigga, because we don't fuck with each other. And then he's like, it's nothing, no strings attached. I just want to take you to Vegas for the weekend, and I went.
I get what you saying.
I went,
got a question
and it was
for that.
weird because we slept in the same
Same
bed,
bed
everything.
and
We didn't
nothing.
fuck. It wasn't sexual or nothing. And I thought that maybe those old feelings would arise.
But it didn't.
It didn't.
But yo,
it was mad, just regular
hold on.
cool.
Yo, let me show you how real she keeping it. Yo, to go on a trip with a dude and you know y'all not like that. Shout out to her for not taking advantage of that and saying that off the rip. You heard what she said? She said she did all this shit for boy and he finally wanted to pay back something, but she didn't want to go because she knew she wasn't into him like that. So do we feel, sidebar, guys, do we feel if we offer that trip that it gotta be some smashing?
He didn't try.
No, I'm not talking about what he tried. If you go, boo, all the shit you did for me, I want to take you to Vegas. So you taking a chick to Vegas, you expecting to smash?
Of course. Yes.
She said she didn't want to go. She declined it because she know the vibes.
Yeah.
And then she told him straight up, it'd be weird. And then he said, it don't gotta be that. I just want to take you. So
I
you
just
think
want to
he
do something
capped?
nice for you.
You think he capped?
He did not
Because
try.
no, I'm talking about cap, meaning like he said that just to go and think that maybe you would still.
But then I feel like
Possibly.
he should have tried though. I didn't try.
Oh, he didn't even try?
He didn't
because
try. I didn't
off
try
rip,
either.
you set the disclaimer. He didn't want to catch a charge.
Yeah, he like, listen, I ain't gonna try because she not with it. Right?
I wasn't. I didn't even really want to go. I think one of my friends convinced me. She was like, just go.
It was
Like, he
his
paying
own-
for everything. And it actually felt great.
It was his
because
own guilt of what
It was.
he didn't do.
I didn't
Right,
go in my
yeah,
press for
I
nothing.
know.
And I was so used to doing that in our relationship. So the trip was nice, but he didn't try to do anything
But you set
sexual.
that disclaimer. You think that if you didn't say nothing in the beginning, he still wouldn't have tried?
I don't know. But I just felt like we were drinking.
Weird.
Like, it could have just did. We slept
Right,
in the bed.
'cause you don't even have
I
to,
mean,
like-
so you saying that? So you kind of was open to it. If it
I
went-
thought that he was gonna try. I did, and I didn't know how I was gonna do it, or not. I wasn't gonna
Yeah.
say I wasn't gonna do
Do
it, or
it,
nothing like
and
that.
you don't know
but
until
I
you was in
thought
that moment.
until you in that moment, whether you got drinks involved,
Right,
it
right,
could have happened. So I wasn't gonna say. I said I wasn't on that, but hey, we drinking, we out in Vegas. Maybe he didn't try, I didn't try, and then we talked and we was just laughing about it on the last day. I was like, damn, it's crazy. Like the trip almost ended. Like you ain't even trying like to.
You said that
I
verbally and he
said
still
it,
didn't
and
try?
he was cracking
He's
up.
gay.
He's like.
no, but I ain't gonna
Because
lie
the
to
last day is like that 3-pointer with 4
But then he
seconds
was just,
left.
he was like, oh, he was like, I just wanted to, he's like, I'm enjoying your company or whatever. Like, I
He's
just,
trying to prove a point.
he was trying, I think so. He like, I was just trying to enjoy your company.
That nigga was horny. I don't want to hear that shit.
That nigga done went to the
Yeah, he
bathroom,
was
man. You know when you so I don't want to cap. Yo, you go to the bathroom so
And
stiff
I
you
was a
gotta
snack.
sit down.
I
That
was a
shit
snack
be
the
all
whole
over the
trip.
place.
Whole trip,
Yeah.
it was hot. I was a snack. All my swimsuits was mad revealing. All my clothes was like, and he was like, I mean, he was touching me, like, you know, hugging me, but he just didn't try that when we went
He's
to
a
sleep.
weirdo.
But I was rolling over though on the ass. Like every time I got in the bed, I was like,
yeah, she was crazy. Listen, she was
was
trying
with
to
the smoke.
She was with the shit though.
Right.
I ain't say I
But
was
see,
with the
saying
shit.
the
I wasn't against
disclaimer-
it though. I wasn't with it. I wasn't
I don't
against
think
it.
I don't think you should have said anything then. If you're 50-50, you can still make a statement.
I wasn't 50-50 about going on a trip with somebody I don't fuck with. So it wasn't on 50-50. Once I was there, it's just like, okay.
The vibe felt different.
Yeah, if it felt different or I felt something different, then I'll go with it,
But
you
hold
know?
on, so, but do you think that so automatically trips with someone? Does that automatically guarantee sex? Like, so say for example, like if you meet
I'm
somebody
saying, if I-
and you know, say you know what, I'm gonna take you on a trip with me. We going.
I think trips
shouldn't
are,
involve sex.
this is my absolute honesty. I think trips with dudes should be threesomes. Like y'all gotta hit bitches in different cities. That's fun.
Shout out to you.
And I did
Yo,
it before.
hold on,
Like I
yo.
think that's
Yo,
fun.
she's the real
Like let's
MVP
go
of
have
all
fun.
day.
I don't know where the fuck.
Hold
Yo,
on,
she
nah,
need to take
nah.
more solo trips.
Hold on.
Go back to somewhere
Nah.
the fuck else and come back.
Hold on. She's the
Say it
MVP.
again, say it again.
I've done
Yo,
it. Like
say, hold on. Let's
Say it again,
say it one more time.
Say it again.
when you go on a trip
Record
with
that,
a
please.
dude or whatever you're doing, like that shit should end in a threesome at least one night off that trip.
And y'all should be hitting
Y'all
what?
should smash a girl in that city and then leave her in that city.
Come on
That's a
now.
memory. That is
Come on.
fun.
Say it again.
It's
Yo,
fun.
wait,
And you don't
wait.
have to be on no lesbo. I don't do this. Like what
Look,
happens in that
look.
city stays in that city. Like that's a memory that you and him will share.
You know
Like
what's
that
the
shit is
crazy
fun.
thing? I done been with chicks that I done had litty
I need
sex
another
with,
one.
and I never even heard them come to that.
Yo, we
I've
get another
never
one.
heard
Not
that.
here because what if we run into a? This is why it has to happen on a trip. Because if I see that bitch walking around Brooklyn, that shit gonna be awkward. Especially if me and you dating or we've gotten serious.
I never
There's some
seen
shit-
that.
That's why
yo,
you have
there-
to do it in another city.
But think about there's some bitches that don't give a fuck if they gonna run into that same
See now
chick
that I
they
don't,
fucking
and
with.
that's my only difference. I cannot do it where I live because I don't want to run into Shorty ever again, and then I don't want them to be connected in no way because he might remember how much fucking fun we had with
Yeah.
Shorty, and he might want to smash again.
Yeah.
That bitch need to stay in that state.
You
okay?
right.
She gotta stay over there. That's why I would never do it where I live. But if I'm in any other city, I'm with the shits because
So
she's
listen,
got to
so
stay there.
OT threesomes. You heard it from Lenny G. OT threesomes.
Absolutely.
I think-
way to
official.
go.
Ladies.
And she's staying there.
Make
You ain't
sure
never gonna run into her in your
not-
city.
It's
Make
not. It's
sure
not
that your
hitting
man
enough.
that you fucking with gets a threesome. Make sure he got the candy.
I
Better
think-
slip him the raw
I had a
honey
nigga
to make
that
sure he
jacked
can hold
though.
it down for the
Yo,
two.
I think
for the
we
two
no.
vaginas.
We don't need no raw henny unless you
raw honey.
suspect.
Raw honey, raw honey.
Raw honey.
My bad, the
But
raw
listen,
honey.
I think Lenny G need to say that for like 3 podcasts because it's not hitting on the first one. They ain't gonna feel that. They ain't gonna feel that off the rip. She got an impact
I've
for
done
that.
it. Like I've
No,
done it.
you gotta tell the audience that 2,
But
3
you gotta
episodes
bag the
straight.
girl though, so the girl feels more comfortable though. Cause I did it in Atlanta one time, and she was.
But that,
I remember her
but you
name. I won't
see-
say her name out
You
loud.
see, the one time
She
I
was
was
so beautiful.
almost in that scenario, the one time I was almost in that scenario, the chick said she gotta pick the person.
I did. No, I do because I've seen. Okay,
But
so
what's
there-
better?
Let me pick. Because
Then
then,
go ahead.
then I'm gonna be more into it. Because if you pick somebody and I ain't really into her, then it's like we're not gonna have as much fun.
Why would you not want her to pick?
Can we go a little deeper?
You have to pick. Okay, so in Atlanta, okay,
Yeah.
her name.
Come on.
So pretty. Her name was Shayna. I'll never forget.
Shayna, shout out to you.
Shout out
Shout out Shayna.
Shout out to
And
Shayna.
and he jagged it, so we didn't even get a chance to get fucking Shayna. It was his fault, okay? He was too damn drunk. He couldn't get his motherfucking life together, and then he just fucked up the whole shit.
What that
But,
mean? He couldn't get his life together.
Like
What
he was
too
fucking.
lit.
He was like I had to carry him to the car, carry him in. Like she not fucking with that shit. Like, but I had her though. The
How
thing,
you ruin the alley?
I had her, and he agreed. Like afterwards, I was like, she pretty right. And then he out of nowhere, he just got like mad drunk. Like I was just like, what the fuck just happened?
Yeah,
So
you
I'm
thought he was
talking to
lit.
Shayna.
He
I'm
was like,
talking to
I'm
Shayna,
lit.
and she was so cute, and she reminded me of myself. I'm like, we finna make a sandwich. Like we're both brown skin. She was like my height. Her booty was way bigger than mine. Her booty was way bigger than
Shout
mine.
out to Shayna again, because she
Yo,
got what
not
I like.
But
Not the
her booty was
sandwich.
way bigger. But then she was just like, but she was.
We live.
She had 2 dimples.
live.
I think we all know that. She had
Yeah,
2
not the
dimples.
sandwich.
And then I remember her, and she was just like, she looked at me, and she's like, she starts busting up laughing. And she like, you are really trying to bag me. And I was just like, only if you want to get bagged. And then she was just like, okay.
This is getting spicy. Okay.
It was so spicy, and I was just like, I just love it. And then her, she was like, my friends, they hating or whatever. Like, they want me to go with them. And
Of
I was
course.
just like, they was getting on my
You didn't
nerves
expect
too.
that?
Yeah, but then I started talking to them, and I was just like, she good, y'all. Like, giving them like homegirl vibes. Like,
She gonna come back this shit.
like she right, like she does shit. Like if a dude say that, they might
Boomerang.
might get mad. But I told her, I was like, she good. We not, our Airbnb is right here.
Here go the
like,
shit with men on threesome. See, when you a man and you trying to get the threesome popping, you got to make sure that you go at 2 girls that are friends, and because women are
Yeah, you
already
got-
comfortable
yeah.
with each
Yeah,
other,
yeah, facts.
so you got to
not
give both
friend.
of them
I
the
wouldn't fuck one of my
vibe.
friends though.
But see,
I-
but
I'm not fucking
political.
with
But
a friend.
no. But at the end of the day, that's how it works for us.
Unless
if
you was your
your
going out friend.
if
makes sense.
that's your go out friend,
Like you have girls that you
Yo.
hang out with, but there's not really
Right,
your
it's
friends.
levels.
Y'all
Not
can
your
take
main,
niggas down
yeah.
together.
Not your
let
main,
them-
not your
you-
main, not
you-
your main.
Not your main, like your best friend.
Not your
as
right
the
hand.
man,
You
you
gotta see them.
entertain
See them, yeah,
Hold on,
not
hold
your
on.
right hand.
As the man, you entertain both women at the same time. But now, if it's a chill moment where they saying they want to just chill with you, obviously they already probably got that in their mind already. Now, with a woman can walk up on another woman and actually see that.
Yeah, fact.
Women can walk up on other women and get you some pussy that you couldn't even talk
Yep.
yourself
No,
into.
yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Absolutely.
So-
That's a vibe.
And my best friend is a dude. Like I tag team all the time, and sometimes the girl, like he'll like go talk to a girl,
Tag
and then they want to
team?
talk to me, and then he's like, "I need to go get that for me." I'm like, "She don't want you, she want me." So,
Wow.
and I'm not gonna fuck him. He's like, he's my best friend, so I'm just like, well, looks like you're out of luck, but
Yeah, you lit. So now
I'm
good.
lit. You're not.
Say less.
But sometimes it works out. Then I end up talking to the girl, and she ends up, she can roll over there with him or whatever. She's like, "But I want to talk to you." I'm like, "I know, but my friend like you, and I just can't do that to him."
Ooh, my number one dream is to have like a feminine gay homegirl. Like,
But no, they
pussy.
they look like feminine, like they
Yeah,
mad
that's what I
feminine. Because
want.
there was
I
one
want a
girl,
friend.
he was
Threesome
talking.
thing's
I was
amazing.
Very
Dallas.
political.
I was in Dallas, and then he was
vibe is
talking to the
political.
girl, and then she
I
seemed like she was
ruined
into it, but then she
two
kept
threesomes, by
looking
the
at
way.
me as he's talking to her. She's looking at me, and she making eye contact with me or whatever, and she's like giggling or whatever. Then he comes back over there, and he like, she
I
wouldn't
just
listen to nothing I
I-
said.
see, I gotta
And then
just
she came
move.
by me. She walked over there. She grabs my ass, and she was just like, "Yeah, he was trying to talk to me, but I like you." And I was like, "Girl."
Like, can I just be the
on,
flagpole?
light
Can I be the flagpole? Like, y'all both the flag pole. Can I
You
be
see,
that?
I'm loving this convo. I ruined 2 threesomes in life, so I gotta be honest.
I ruined one.
Wow, you did that.
Well, truthfully,
Well, the
Tom-
first one I was like
yeah.
16, so I didn't know what the fuck was going on.
Bow,
He's
I
a
was
baby.
there with
Exactly.
you, brother.
I'm in the
16.
house.
He's a
I'm gonna
baby.
shout out. I don't know if that's still a name. I'm gonna shout out Kiwi. I don't know who named their kid that. That had to be a nickname.
Nah.
So I was dealing with Kiwi.
That's not her birth certificate.
That's not on her birth certificate.
not her birth
Let's
Shout
just
out
spell
Kiwi though.
K-E-E-W-E-E.
Shout out
Unless-
Kiwi. So Kiwi brings me to the crib, and her goddaughter is her age that she lives with. So we're in there about to do us, and the goddaughter comes. Get the 2 names, Kiwi and Angel. I don't believe none of these names is on the birth
That
certificate.
sound like Craigslist.
Nah.
That sound like Craigslist. Back page.
Kiwi
names.
and
I ain't gonna
Angel.
hold you.
So Angel was with the smoke. But Kiwi was, yo, fellas, from day one, it's like everybody just likes me and don't want to share. Because Angel was with
Yeah,
the
that's
smoke,
my part.
and Kiwi's like, I saw the little, they got their little signal, and she was like, not this one. And I sat there like, oh.
We ain't sharing.
I saw the signal. I saw the signal.
Look, I had a situation when I was young, 16, didn't know how to actually manifest it too. I had somebody that I actually was dealing with, and their friend pulled up. So now, I happen to have the cannon out. It's one on one side, one on the other side. But the
Not the
Right.
cannon.
I'm glad y'all said it.
Lil
I'm like,
Wayne,
come on,
the
nigga.
Cannon.
Cannon, not the cannon.
Stop playing. You don't know what's over here.
Let me see.
Listen here.
Why would you fuck with her
Listen
tonight?
here. I'm saying.
Let me see. You ain't gonna whip your dick out with this nigga. You're not gonna whip your dick out with these other men in the room. So sit your ass down.
I'm sex party.
Sit down.
Yeah, before she make change,
Sit
nigga.
down. You ain't gonna whip it out. You can show me it later, but you ain't gonna whip it out right here.
That's lit.
Cannon.
I wanted to see that shirt though.
Listen here.
Like, nice
sex
pop out.
I'm sex party ready. She don't even know.
He trying to say you scared.
Show me.
I've been seeing you be scared. But if I pull my gun, you gotta shoot.
I'm not.
And you already said you ain't my
in this
kind of nasty.
scenario, unless
You ain't
he's
said
at
shit
the
on my
right.
ass, so yeah.
If you at the right,
Wait, hold on. Excuse me.
if you at the right thing, it could come out.
Oh,
But if it ain't at the right, I wouldn't do it.
Right. Don't show me no
Don't
gummy
do it
dick.
if it ain't right. Like
Don't
ready
show
to,
me your gummy worm
ready to
dick.
go.
Oh, nigga, don't show. Yo, what you trying?
If it's ready to go,
I don't want to
yo,
see your
show
gummy
me-
we
worm
probably
dick.
can't put it on
Earthworm.
YouTube,
She
but
said you earthworm gym, boy.
It won't make the cut.
I know she trying to go hard. I know she trying to go
It
hard.
won't make the
I'm
cut.
not
She
sure. I know
capping. She capping. She capping. Anyway, she
But
capping.
if you
See the
do,
cannon.
but look,
Ain't
but
cannons
look,
hard?
No,
So-
listen,
It gotta
but-
be-
No, but
yeah.
he's saying he can't pull the camera. He can't pull the cannon if you ain't gonna shoot.
Pull a cannon. You don't know what I'm
but
gonna
if
do.
it ain't right, my
no,
advice is if
no,
it ain't
listen.
at the don't do it.
We got
if
to-
it
we got
ain't
to-
ready to go.
Listen here, we got to do that mouth game. Like you got, if I'm pulling the cannon out and I'm putting it in your face,
But she
what
just
the fuck
trying to
for?
test your
Somebody gotta
gangster in general.
Take a headshot.
She just testing the gangster in general, though.
Hold on.
I might have
But
a no
again-
gag reflex. You don't know what I got over here.
Oh.
But if it's
Listen here,
right,
Denise, I'm trying to find out.
no, but he, yo,
I'm trying to
I'm not
find
freaking
out.
it's Kenny G. It's Lenny G. It's Lenny G.
Look, I'm just trying to
It's Lenny
enlighten
G.
you, baby.
I don't want to be enlightened by the cannon in my ass.
Yo,
That's
listen
not
here.
how I
When
want
you
to
go
be.
home,
Lenny
you know
G.
you gonna
You
put
sound
on
like
Tasty
Ruthless.
Blacks, and you gonna watch that anal too. So stop
But
playing.
look. The Nigo Damas.
All right, so let me
Can you
finish
get
my
Nigo
story.
Damas. What she's
Can you get
saying
out?
that whatever happens, all I'm telling you as a dear friend is you don't pull a cannon out if it ain't ready. Fuck whatever you want her to do. You have to pull it out, and it don't get better than this.
At its peak.
It's at its
And
peak.
you know
on
I
the
know
pull-out.
measurements because I'm a designer. I can tell 9 from 12.
At the same time,
Alright,
though, listen.
hey.
Wait,
if
let
the
him go.
Man, listen, if the man pull out his tool, she gotta be.
You don't know what I'm gonna do when he pull out his
You gotta be
tool.
able to use
I asked
it.
him to
You
pull
said
it
wherever
out.
it's at with
I'm
it.
trying to say no. Listen,
Wherever it's at.
I mean,
It gotta be impressive. If the shit is on some sleep shit,
listen. You know what?
I mean,
This
if
shit
I
is
get
like
turned
this.
on, we lit. If I don't get turned on, you're not lit.
Oh.
All right, well, hey, listen here. We'll figure that out.
I mean, we've talked
One
enough
day.
where it should have gotten to where it needed to be by now.
We'll-
Hold on, yo, Draymond, yo, nigga, come
Did it get? You know what I mean? He had time.
And I got these PSDs on, so I'm ready to go.
Like, it's not on YouTube though. Yo, it's fucking political. We want all viewership, so nah.
Yeah.
But still,
This is it's political after dark.
after dark.
After dark.
But you had time.
Hold on.
This
That's
episode
that
had
after
midnight.
dark.
I
with the
am
old
not
white lady.
doing mines if I'm not
With the old
at.
white lady.
I'm not doing mines if I'm not at ready.
Y'all stupid.
Look,
As fuck.
at the end of the day, I am in my situation. One of the people had to actually make a run to go home. And
Oh, the threesome thing.
I had both. I had one on one side and one on the other side, and the
She's
other one
one
was
lead.
saying but she was the one that was holding it.
And then she thought about it and she got the fuck up out of Dodge.
So at the end of the day, that was my only time I actually had one.
With threesomes up, you have to have the conversation. Y'all gotta talk about it because I have rules for a threesome.
What's the rule?
What's the
I ain't
rules?
eating no coochie.
So you want to get your coochie in?
Yeah, but I'm not doing it back. I'm not reciprocating that energy.
So what you doing? What you doing? You fucking?
I'm
You
laying-
gotta suck
I lick a
titties or
titty.
something.
Yeah, I lick some titties.
You gonna get-
Are you tongue kissing the chick?
Yeah, I do all that. I'm
The
just
kissing
not
and the titties is enough. Let's
Yeah.
kissing,
and the
titties.
titties.
titties, and you're fucking obviously.
Right,
Yeah.
but she
I'm
not
gonna
eating no
pick up
pussy.
that. I'm not putting my mouth down there. I just can't. I can't do it.
But tell, like, yo, I know what you're thinking. Display
She
what
can
that
do
does.
what I got. I'm wrong with it. I'm
We're trying to show you the impactfulness
Right, of
of
you
what
doing that, right.
does.
Right? Yeah. Like why?
If
like,
we're gonna create this whole illusion
Am I eating
and
pussy?
live our
Shit,
best
if I'm
life,
eating pussy, you eat pussy. Fuck all that shit.
right. We're trying to live the best
She is
experience.
doing both, not me.
No, all three of us in. It's a trifecta.
No.
It's a triangle office, girl. You
And
got
I'm
to
just telling you what
Why
brings
we
the
going out eating
best.
pussy?
No, the best illusion of this whole entire thing.
I'm not
Now,
doing
listen, guys. As much as we're being dominant and aggressive, we're not doing
I
it.
know
If you're
how to
not,
touch her. Though, so I can touch her and she can squirt without me having to do that.
Okay.
whatever skills, like you just fucking perfect and everything. Get the fuck out of here.
I'm
But
not-
anyway,
Exactly.
like, you talking about, I can do this. I can make gold out of wool.
I'm not perfect. I know what we like.
I can walk on water and turn wine into Cavassier.
You a hater.
I'm not a hater, but I'm just saying
you
we're
are
trying
a
to tell you the
hater.
core. The core of the whole illusion of the whole threesome experience is no holds barred.
Right. Everybody
Gotta eat. Everybody
gotta
gotta receive. Everybody gotta give.
All right. So, okay, I'll say this.
And you're a giver.
When I do,
You're a giver.
fuck you. I would say this. Okay. I give me a whole bunch of shots in 1942. Give me a Molly and I'm with it.
So all
Molly?
Go, 1942 and
I was with you on the 42.
Right, yeah,
Go
but-
Molly.
Yeah,
Give me
give her
Molly.
Molly. Just
We can
like-
smoke this
Because
blunt and take all of the
no,
day.
But
be extra
the Molly is gonna make me
I
super
heard what
duper
Molly do,
freaky.
though.
So I ain't gonna
I
give
heard
no
what
fuck
Molly
no more.
do,
It's
though.
gonna make me freaky. So just give it. Just I ain't even need. You don't even need a whole one. You give me a half of Molly. You give me a couple shots of 1942.
You know-
I might be able to
Take
do
the
it.
whole thing.
No, but you know what I'm
Half of
saying.
Molly though
Listen.
got you. Will have your ass spitting like.
But the point is we're in this moment. This
Shout
is
out
not
to that
every
one
day.
episode of Insecure where they was popping the Molly at the concert.
Oh,
Shout
yeah.
out
No,
to
I
that.
had one. No, and that's the thing in Cali. Every time I go to Cali, I pop one. And I didn't have some threesomes in Cali.
Did you eat some pussy though?
Nope.
So the Molly
But I-
wasn't
you ain't
enough.
What kind of freaky
No,
you
I'm
is?
sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't have threesomes in Cali. I've had one night stands in Cali, and them shits was lit. I've never been with
She
a woman in
capped.
California. Sorry, I'm
She just
sorry.
capped.
I've had the Molly, but the one night stand was lit up
Your
because
cap,
of the
your cap
Molly.
is still
I
up
bet.
there on the chart.
That one
though.
night stand, he was lit.
Fucking
We was
Molly.
lit. We was lit.
Anything with a white girl name can't be good.
Shut up. But yeah, no, I've had some. Yeah, but I haven't had no threesomes in LA.
So the threesome is, like I said, an experience that we want everything, but fuck it. What we're saying, thank you. What we're saying is we're not gonna not do the threesome because you say, you know, if you hit us with the ground rules off rip and go, I'm not eating no pussy, that's not gonna make us say no threesome. We're just saying we wish that in the
You never know
threesome.
what might happen in that moment. I have never been required to. I've never been asked to. I said what I said, or sometimes I didn't say nothing. Like it just went into it. Like I didn't have to verbalize it in the beginning. Like it just happened,
And then that it wasn't
I didn't
presented.
have to. I didn't go down there. She didn't ask me to go down there. He didn't
I'm
push
gonna
me
ask you to
down
go
there.
down there.
But that does, it's just like, as you're saying, that just enhances the.
That-
But I'm saying I have been
Enhance it.
in one where I've been in two where I didn't even say that I didn't. I just didn't do it, and it wasn't an issue. I didn't actually verbalize
It's trying
it.
to
I
say
didn't know
it
what was
so
gonna
lit
happen.
that niggas like bypass
She didn't
that.
have to do
I got
that.
bypassed.
No, I ain't gonna lie. I mean,
That could happen.
It can
possible,
happen,
like, it
especially if you're
depends on
doing the
how they
other
do
shit,
it.
like you said. Like, so if I'm doing all the other shit and I just don't do it, but then she do it, and then we go into the
Then
act. Like,
then the boy
Yeah.
I
bust
bypassed
easy.
it twice.
Yeah.
If boy bust easy, you ain't gotta do shit.
I didn't.
Like sometimes niggas see a nigga chicks kissing, it's over. Like damn, my nigga,
number
try to
one-
stand the test of time
my
a little.
number one thing is I don't want to go out with Jamie Foxx, so I'm just sitting there watching y'all get litty. Y'all ready for the dick? Y'all ready for the dick? Y'all ready for the dick? The dick goes in there, right there. Right, I can put it in the middle. I just
That's
don't want to
out
be
of
there and
line.
watch y'all get super litty with each other.
But no,
and I'm
I
just
wouldn't.
there.
No, I would want it to always be all three people. Not like you. Like we got to start on the bed, and then you got to come join us. No, you get your ass on this bed too. We all starting together. We starting and we ending together.
I get how she could dodge the eating pussy part.
No.
You listen,
I get it.
cause like the threesome thing, we don't think that first. What like? Tell me if I'm wrong, fellas. All of us. The first thing in the threesome is the both of them giving us top. So like, as long as that go down,
I don't know.
No, because
That's
sometimes
not
it's
like
them
the
though.
highlight?
No,
I don't know.
yo, sometimes I mean, depending on where
if
you
they
at.
both litty with it, like
If
they
they both litty with
and
each
they
other,
fighting over my turn.
If they both
I ain't
litty,
gonna lie,
Somebody
I
on the
kinda
ball,
wanna see-
somebody on the shaft.
I wanna see that.
I kinda
I'm just
wanna
asking.
see you. I kind of want to see you.
Get busy.
Yeah, like I want to see you.
and then y'all
No,
give
I'm
me
just
that
asking.
look to
I'm just
join
asking.
in.
But she's doing it. So I'm just saying, you got one person doing it, it's okay. I'm saying I'm not doing it. I'm not saying that she's not doing it to me. So it doesn't matter.
No, but
So
I
you
get what
still-
he's saying.
You're seeing it though. It's just I'm just not the one giving it.
It's like this because like if you get one and only one,
talking about.
You
Rob's in
joining
there.
in though. After she
Shout
right
out
here, when
Jersey.
you come and put your
But
dick in
listen.
somebody's face, probably mine if I'm the one that's
Rob, what
receiving.
up? But listen, yep. So what we saying is, if we're that focused, we're not too splashed and we're not too gone.
Okay.
Yo, especially listen, what I told you, like I flopped on two. So at the age I'm at right now, if it go down, I'm like my man right here. I want the whole thing. You know what I mean? If it happens more often than I expect,
But
then
what
that
if it's
first
happening?
one-
It's just like if she's doing that, if she's pleasuring me and I'm pleasuring you, how is that not the whole experience?
Nah, I want to see it.
Listen,
Yeah, I get what he's saying.
Men is visual, so I can't lie.
Visual.
So if we in it like, yo, I want to see you, like I want to see you, like I want to see you getting some action too. Like,
Right.
You know what I mean?
It's just like he said, the illusion, the visual, and all of that.
But yeah, you know, I mean, fuck it. You know, I mean, threesomes is lit. We lit. It's fucking political. Episode 12. You know, we here. Got everybody with me, of course. It's your boy Reposado World, aka Fleon Sanders. You know, we closing out. Got the gang with me. Talk your shit. Talk your shit.
Come on,
Lenny G, come on, man. Stay
Lenny
focused.
G.
You had a lit night.
Yeah.
You control the room for most of it. Don't drop the ball now.
She done had too
Y'all
much.
missed me for a week, alright? So I had to come back in and like shut the shit down.
Talk
So
your
yeah,
shit.
Young Chi-Town in the building.
Chi-Town.
Can I be like the women's voice of reason?
Okay, the women's voice of reason.
Copycat.
I mean, matter of, yo,
Just
yo,
like
matter of fact,
Capricorns do.
Yo, she the MVP. Like, yo, she the matter of fact, she the player of the game today. I ain't gonna lie.
Give it up.
Boom. See, came back strong, you know.
She came back strong because she done dropped some shit today. She put like 50 points tonight. I ain't gonna hold
Yeah,
you.
yeah. Like Jordan in the flu game.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. She put it up though.
Thank you.
All right,
I'm
who
trying.
else got?
Flatbush Finest, you know it here. Episode
Drip.
12.
And don't call the nigga Phil. Young fucking.
All right,
Phil.
from now
Young
on,
Phil.
you'll
Don't call
never
the nigga
hear that.
Phil.
Flatbush Finest
And no
40s,
more.
nigga. And no Mark on the podcast.
Don't call the nigga Phil.
No
Marcus.
government.
No government.
Yeah.
Darling.
All right. It's Tony
Say,
Dre.
you're not gay. You just wanna fuck.
Yo, the nigga Diamonds of the team,
Yeah.
aka Morris, aka Get Your Favorite Girl Mad. Shout out to the book Dating is a Gamble on Amazon right now.
Get
yes,
that.
the author, get that.
Get that.
Sure enough, I'm passing the ball on to my man from the Hakers. Let's
The
get it.
Hakers, Anthony Davis, how you stop him?
Number
Hush
23.
R. Smith,
Hush R. Smith.
Voice of Reason.
What's the reason?
Female versus
else?
reason.
Anthony Davis, you said that already.
Y'all might have to
Okay.
fight for that.
We got to fight for that Voice of Reason slot.
Marcus, darling.
Boomerang.
Boomerang.
I love that movie. I ain't gonna hold
Not
you.
the Boomerang, not Marcus.
What's shorty name? What's her name? What's her name?
Eartha Kitt.
Eartha Kitt.
Yo, but he had a
Lady
bad
Eloise.
hand. Yeah, Lady
Oh, yeah.
Eloise.
Lady Eloise.
And what was the other one?
Grace Jones.
Strong J.
Yo,
Yeah,
Strong
we had
J.
two bad hands. You
Like,
want
I
this
did him
pussy?
like
that.
She's like, this
Yo,
is
the
what
last,
pussy is.
the last hand he picked was the best hand of Halle Berry.
Halle Berry. What a comeback from
comeback for him,
Grace
though.
Jones and Eartha Kitt.
Well, no,
Close
he
him
didn't
out.
have
Close
Grace
it out.
Jones. She was trying to fucking.
I know, but I'm saying the choices was
Robin
like
Gibbons.
shaking.
Yeah, she wasn't the one.
Yeah.
Robin Gibbons was.
So, yo, next time, be safe, holla.
Sure enough, deuces.